Hey guys, welcome to another reaction video. Yeah, today I'm continuing with the Silver-Quill reviews. This is After Effects 3's a Crowd. Yeah, 3's a Crowd. I think it was the first time in quite a while that we saw Cadence again. I mean, she did appear in the season 3 finale, I think, but I don't think she had any lines. So, like, she probably appeared somewhere in the background is what I mean, but maybe she had a few lines, but nothing really big. I think this is the first time in a while that I think, like, my memory might be wrong. Maybe there's something I'm forgetting, but I think it's the first time in a while that we really had an episode like really featuring Cadence, where she really does stuff. This was quite nice. Also Discord episode. And a fun one. Well, yeah, a fun one. It definitely was a fun one. It had probably one of the funniest songs in the show. Not my favorite, not my favorite, definitely not. But it was a pretty fun song. I listened to it a lot. Or there was a time that I listened to it a lot. I don't do it anymore actually, but it was a very fun song. It was quite a fun song. I really like really fast songs. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like with only the lyrics. If the background music is fast or anything, that I don't care about as much as long as it sounds good. But like, for example, raps that are really fast or just regular like songs that are just, you know, have fast lyrics, fast singing. I don't know why, but I really like that. I think that's really cool. And this one definitely was quite fast. First time I heard John Delancey sing, and it wasn't bad, honestly. I quite liked the song. The song was fun. And yeah, it was overall maybe not great in any way, but it was definitely a very fun episode. And yeah, this is a big critique point in my opinion. If an episode is really funny, it's good, if you ask me. Like, it doesn't have to be funny to be good. There are other things that make the episode good, but you know, if it makes me laugh more than it makes me cringe or anything, at the end of the day, it was a pretty okay episode, I would say. It was a successful episode. If you ask me, this is definitely a comedy-esque episode. At least in some way, it's at least a little bit, for a time at least, pretty much focused on comedy. And I think it delivered fairly well. So yeah, overall, I think it was a pretty good episode. Pretty good. So, but yeah, I guess let's just see what he thinks about it. This is, yeah, I don't know. 3, 2, 1, click.
I'd like to test some fan reactions. Which is better for you, guest star number 1? Or guest star number 2?
Yep.
Cameo number 1. And cameo number 2. Jeezy Pete's, guys. He didn't even have a speaking role.
No.
Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his. Please company too.
We begin with an elimination round, as Fluttershy reveals that she'll be absent for most of this episode.
The Equestrian Society for the Preservation of Rare Creatures have given me permission to observe the rarest, tiniest, most adorable magical creatures in all of Equestria. The Breezies!
One of the biggest complaints for this season is how all 6 ponies are carried into events where they don't necessarily have an impact. And I think this episode takes the right step in giving the ponies reasons to be absent. It's just a shame that we'll never see how Fluttershy's trip went. We then enter a phase where the humor is very hit or miss. Going over each joke would likely fill an entire video, so I'm going to generalize. Subtlety wins the day here. The jokes that made me laugh were actually very subdued, except for Pinky's farewell to Fluttershy.
That was funny.
Stuff like Pinky's need for Ritalin, however, was to "look at me, I'm funny."
I liked it.
Laugh.
I liked
no
it.
time for that. We've got a returning character to greet.
Yay!
With the most annoying entrance ever. I take it back. I want one. Presenting the Hippogriff Ambassador and 19-something-2 burping battle champion, Silver-Quill.
Nice outfit, though.
Note to self, start a patron account so I can afford an actual trumpet band. Yes, it's the return of Princess Cadence, and I won't lie to you guys, I'm not a huge fan.
What?
It's not that I think Cadence is a bad character. She's had plenty of triumphant moments, some funny scenes, and a gorgeous singing voice. Yeah. My main issue is that none of these events have a lasting impact on her character. Even with 6 episodes where she's been a large feature, Cadence is still presented as a
Kinda
perfect
forgot about that
princess
one.
who suffers no internal conflict. By
Not
contrast, we've had
yet.
supporting characters who only appeared briefly and yet established much more diverse personalities by being fallible. Cadence isn't a bad character. She's a character who hasn't been allowed to grow.
Not
We
yet.
also see, oh my gosh, a crystal Pegasus. They do exist. There's Flash Sentry.
Yeah.
Comparing this cameo to Rainbow Falls, I realized just how well Zookeepers was used. If I didn't know a thing about this show or this character, I would still get the point that she's a poor substitute for Rainbow Dash. Flash's appearance doesn't work so well. Had I not seen Equestria Girls, I'd have nothing but questions. Who is this pony? Why does it
I
have different
didn't. I
armor?
would have probably
Why isn't
never
he
have
crystal
noted
too?
it.
And what's with
Noticed
that
it.
look? It only lasts for a moment.
Yeah, I never
yet
would have
I'm
noticed it.
taken out of the flow. Well, I've
Yeah,
certainly
it's an
been talking
inside
about characters
joke.
that people
Get over
either
it.
love, hate, or love to hate. Let's bring in a character that 90% of the fandom, including me, seems to gush over. The return of Discord, who's feeling a little blue. And we're treated to some additional humor as the main 4 make it clear that they're not thrilled to see him. And why shouldn't they? Last time he nearly got them all killed while treating it as entertainment.
Yep.
Fluttershy may be the only pony willing to show Discord friendship, yet he's hardly reaching across the aisle here. In fact, he keeps referring to friendship as more of an obligation and a guilt trip than a bond.
Isn't that what friends are for? Taking care of each other. Let the healing begin.
I'm pretty sure that John Delancey could read a shopping list and I'd be entertained.
Probably.
The Chuck Norris of voice actors, one coffee was a roundhouse kick. One of the best things about trickster personas is that you're never sure if they're being honest. He might have the flu, or this might be a deception. Unfortunately,
It's
as
a
he
deception.
eliminates the main 4 from the story and all but twirls a mustache, it's clear that this is a ruse and he's here to mess with Twilight and Cadence.
Yeah, so.
And mess away he does, as we have
A little glass of water, please. A fresh pressed hanky if I sneeze.
John Delancey singing
Yeah.
Whenever you can brew it.
from My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Goodness, I'm a nincompoop because I fear I got the croup.
John Delancey
In soup and skulls made out of sinews.
from My Little Pony.
And silk or something shiny of that ilk. And
Yeah.
need some nice warm milk.
Sure, it's not the series' best.
No,
Even
but it wasn't
Delancey
bad.
himself says he's not a great singer.
Something yummy piled up with noodles.
Yet
But it
it's
wasn't
fun
bad
and
either.
energetic, and I enjoyed the pop culture references. You know, as someone who's not exactly subtle with references himself. Plus, there have been worse attempts at singing.
Yeah, definitely.
Rocket Man. Burning out his fuse out here, alone.
And we shall never speak of that again. Unless I think it would be funny, in which case, just try and stop me.
Yeah.
The real highlight here
No,
is
I
how
won't.
Twilight is forced to play along. And I want to stress that it's Twilight I'm watching. Going into this, I was concerned that Cadence would be so beatific that she'd forgive Discord over and over. It was good to see her acting suspicious and even hiding behind her wings. Unfortunately, Discord and Cadence's interaction is very limited because Discord is focusing
True.
on Twilight, as he has from his first appearance. He may be pen pals with Fluttershy, yet Discord is fixated upon Twilight, likely because she's a very powerful being and a pupil of his greatest rival. Speaking of key players, they actually touch on Twilight being a princess again. Cadence's teasing about the royal greetings brought the issue back into the forefront, and I was grateful for this, though I still raise an eyebrow at how, oh shoot, I didn't design this character with eyebrows. Hang on, I want to do this proper. I still raise my glorious eyebrows at how 2 royals can attend an exhibit without any pony turning to look. Yet the fact that they at least touched on this really tempers my reaction. It feels like the writers are finding the balance
Nice
point between
one.
forgetting that Twilight is a princess and playing a princess here before us every time she goes out to get the mail. And the concept doesn't stop there. After Discord's deception is revealed and Twilight is ticked off at nearly being eaten by a sandworm from Beetlejuice or Dune? Well, she's got a right to be cheesed, and yet Discord actually throws her rank back in her face again.
Now that she's a princess, maybe she's decided that she's too good for you.
I have never considered myself too.
But how was I supposed to know?
Even though it was just a joke, Cadence reminds Twilight and the audience that being a leader can call for theatrics. Discord acts as a dark foil for Twilight by implying that her station will make her arrogant. This coming from a guy who was an arrogant, all-powerful tyrant. Before I villainize him too much, I want to point out that Discord was just as surprised as any pony by the Dune Worm thingy. Yes, he tried to ruin Twilight's day with Cadence. Yes, he teased them to the edge of Equestria to fetch a fake cure. But I don't think that he intended for Twilight and Cadence to face an actual threat. This time he seems genuinely ignorant. He's powerful, not omniscient. If he were, you'd think he'd know how to dodge.
Yeah,
Summarizing this episode feels weird because I can almost skip everything in the middle. Discord's hijinks are fun, and his and Twilight's characters are on full display, yet there's nothing really new to them. Cadence remains safely neutral, neither helping nor hurting the episode. I feel like it was a lost opportunity, and I'm pretty sure we'll never see her move beyond the fairy tale princess role. We do
might.
Get to see Cadence and Twilight
Hard
taking
to
full
tell.
advantage of their
It's
alicorn
possible.
status, which was a fun battle to watch. I
Though I
still hope that
think
Twilight's peers will have a chance to mentor her.
she
Yet
had
this
better
episode pitched the setup
did
as
she?
a meeting of sisters-in-law, so
I
I
don't
won't
know.
look for a lot of lessons this time.
Don't really
For some
know.
fans, this episode is pure fun. For others, it's the worst kind of filler. For me, it's a fun ride with some good elements,
Yeah.
and is harmless overall.
Yeah.
I'm Silver-Quill, and I just realized how introducing new creatures usually goes for me.
Run, bitch.
Like clockwork, I swear. I am the Kwisatz Haderach. Good grief, that's hard to say.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the Cadence episodes that we had since then. Season 6 premiere. I'm sure she was somewhere in season 5 as well. Yeah, I guess she really did stay in the background for most of the episodes that she was in. Yeah, I mean, we could probably get a little more of her, a little more character development, but I mean, it's not like I would cry if that wouldn't happen. It's kind of, yeah, okay. Maybe we should, but no. I mean, season 7's coming up, like, maybe we'll get more of her. Never lose hope, never lose hope. Yeah. Yeah, overall I can agree with most of the stuff he says. It's... Yeah, this song wasn't bad, but I never said it was great. He himself saying that he isn't a great singer, well, he probably shouldn't try making a lot of money with it. That might fail, but I mean, he wasn't too bad, like, you know. It wasn't too bad, not at all. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was actually, I think it was okay. It really wasn't. It was okay. The song was fun, so yeah. But overall, yeah, it's a fun, though probably just a filler, I guess. So yeah, I think I can agree with most of the stuff you said. Can't really remember anything that I would strongly disagree with. No, I can't think of anything. The thing about Flash Sentry that I only recently stumbled across is, like, in the AQG universe, which is the only universe we really know him. He's a high school student, and here he is a member of the Royal Guard. He might be very different in this one. Like, his cameo was obviously just something to tease the fans a little bit, especially those that don't like him. But that's what I always think. Like, he might not be the greatest character in EQG, though I think he wasn't too bad there as well. I had my problems with him, but then I realized that there's, like, nothing gonna happen. Like, you know, the problem always was that this kind of romance that they're trying to force Twilight and Flash into is kind of cringy, but I mean... Like, it was something that someone needed to tell me, but I didn't think of that myself. But like, there was nothing gonna happen. Like, Twilight lived in this universe and he lived in the other universe. Twilight only, even though eventually in the second movie they opened the portal permanently, pretty much. She wasn't going there very often, so there was like nothing gonna happen anyways, no matter what. And Like I said, in the even in this universe, like there was a pretty big distance between them, like Pony versus Vampire, and even if like the Pony Flash Sentry could still be very different from the human Flash Sentry. And then later, when the actual human Twilight was introduced, it was made pretty clear that she had no interest in all in this, in Flash. So yeah, they kind of dropped that thing in the third movie. Though this Timber guy, like, if he wouldn't be so cringy, if he wouldn't make so horribly, horribly bad jokes, I might be okay with this, but God, is that guy cringy. Like, I have nothing against putting a little bit of romance in either MLP or Equestria Girls, but God, that guy makes me cringe. Like, I don't know why they felt the need to let him make such terrible jokes. That really ruined the whole character for me. Because that's pretty much all he does in that movie. Only making terrible jokes. Yeah. I don't know, they probably could have done a better job with that guy. But that's not the topic of this video. I mean, nobody likes him. He's like the new Flash Sentry. At least I don't think I've ever heard of anyone who actually likes the guy. But anyways, yeah, I can agree with him. I think this episode was fun. It's, like I said in the beginning, it's fun, it's okay, it's nothing bad. And yeah, the song is probably the one thing that actually makes this episode memorable. I would probably have forgotten about this episode relatively fast if it wasn't for the song. Which isn't a bad thing. There are a lot of episodes that I forget about because they're not too memorable, and I still think they're good. Or, you know, I still think they're fun to watch. And there are very few episodes that I actually dislike in this episode, and this show. Sorry. But I think I've been talking for long enough, so I'll just go ahead and end the video right here. Say if you guys like this little commentary. And I will see you next time. Bye.